Something absolutely enormous is about to happen in the altcoin market. We could be about to enter into an altcoin season because the last two times this signal flashed on this chart, we saw a huge rise in some of the altcoins. In this video, I'm going to break down the signals we need to be looking for, as well as how we can identify which of those altcoins are going to see the best growth in the next move. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video for that. So without further ado, hit the like button and let's get into it. Now guys, as we look into this chart, I understand it's probably going to look really weird and confusing if you don't know much about charts, but charts do make sense and they are important to pay attention to. And for those of you who are subscribed to this channel, you'll understand why charts are important, and we need to kind of forget about all that noise and news that's kind of around us right now, because it's nothing to really do with the news about what's driving everything forward right now, and it's more to do with the fundamentals of market cycles. What we can see on the top is the USDT market cap dominance. This is a very important metric because people who hold cryptocurrency, such as Bitcoin and other volatile assets, are either in the market to try and make money at that time and they're bullish, or if they're in USDT, then they're not really looking to participate. They're anticipating moves towards the downside. Therefore, if the market cap of USDT starts to dip, then we're anticipating upside. That's really important. And then if you look at the bottom and you put these two together, then you can see the crypto total market cap excluding a Bitcoin, and then you can realize something significant has happened. Now, what you can see on this chart that's worth paying attention to is 3 blue lines and 1 red line. Now, you've probably seen a number of YouTube videos where people are talking about this indicator and that indicator, and then they try and sell you a Bybit offer so that they can pay for their Bugattis and all that good stuff. But all we need to understand is the indicator, which is this red line through the middle, is a moving average. So on one day the price is here, the other day the price is here, and then eventually we kind of get the moving average. This is a 50 exponential moving average. So it's the average of like the last 50 days at each point, okay? So it kind of smoothly moves roughly with the price, but it's very significant about whether the price is above it or, in this case, below it. Now you can see these 4 blue lines, 3 blue lines. Stick with me, okay? I'm not saying things. What's significant about this blue line? Well, this is the USDT dominance chart. When it falls below this red line, which acts as like a support line, keeping the price up for it, you can see that it kind of goes into an extended kind of down period. And then it happens again, retests, and then it stands in a down period. And right now you can see that it's dipping underneath there. Why is it so significant? Well, when I pair these together, your mind will be blown. Well, at least mine was, so hopefully yours will be as well. Now, as you can see, when I line these lines up, something important shows. Can you see it? If you can't, then don't worry. It's probably not really that obvious. Okay. Well, what basically happens is look at the blue lines and look at the one down below. Now, on the bottom, we've got the total crypto market cap minus Bitcoin. This is important because Bitcoin rallies, the Bitcoin dominance goes with it, and then afterwards, money will flow out of Bitcoin. Imagine you put in like $1 million to Bitcoin recently, and suddenly you've made yourself 300 grand, 400 grand. What are you going to do with it? Well, you're anticipating an altcoin season next, right? So you will start to take 50 grand, 100 grand or whatever, and you will start to put it into other cryptos where you might see further growth, because that's basically how you do crypto. It's not really that difficult. You take it from big coins, you give it to smaller ones, and eventually you cash out. But so the total market cap excluding Bitcoin indicates what might be coming after the Bitcoin growth. Now, what you can see where it lines up on the bottom is very big altcoin seasons from the 14th of December. You can see it pretty much triggers into an altcoin season that finished somewhere around the 10th of May 2021. And notably, around that time, you can see the USDT dominance suddenly soars up. People start cashing out into USDT, anticipating a bit of a blow off top. You then get this kind of quiet period, which was the lull in the market for the total market cap. And then you fall below, yet again, this particular line. And you will see that at this point, we have seen a bit of a rally, and then you can see a continued push. And here you can see the total market cap basically continues higher until suddenly this point where the USDT bounces back above that red line and then just continues along its way. Okay, so that was a bear market where everything basically bled back into USDT, ready for the next bull market. Now, what you can see is we did see a bit of period of time where we started to fall back down to that red line again and have a bit of a quiet time where we got faked out. We never really broke properly beneath it. However, you will have to agree with me that every time we've broken below that red line on the USDT dominance, we've seen a very aggressive move in the total market cap minus Bitcoin. What does that mean for us, considering we've just done it? Well, it could mean something very significant. Now, there's always a chance that we get faked out and this happens, in which case, maybe we don't get our altcoin season yet, but it's going to come at some point. So, as always, guys, be responsible. If you're not prepared to be potentially sat in the red for a little bit, don't invest in crypto because it's not for you. However, if you are willing to maybe take a chance, then, however, I personally am willing to take a chance on making some money, which I've been doing through this year with coins like Solana and ICP that I've been talking about, then you'll realize that we could be on something very big right this second, because this could be just the start of it. So what do we need to do? Well, considering we're at the end of a bear market or into the start of a bull market, depending on which way you want to see it, we on the bottom here have Chainlink, a survivor of the last bull market. Look at what happened to Chainlink on the 14th of December 2020. I've put these two together so you can see as the USDT dominance dips under the red line, you can see Chainlink basically has a quiet kind of week, and then suddenly, bang, it goes into this run towards the upside where in just the space of a few weeks, it does 375%. And not all the altcoins are exactly the same. This is VeChain, okay? VeChain, another survivor of the last bull market. Basically from there all the way up here did around a 23-24x in literally the space of about a month or 2 months. Now, a lot of people are telling you that 2024, 2025 are going to be your years. That's obviously a good chance, guys. But look, VeChain and a number of others had a blow-off top bull market before Bitcoin even saw the top of its bull market. Because look, VeChain saw its bull market top at the first leg up for Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin had another leg up towards the upside, by which point VeChain had lost from that market high something like 38%. Now, I'm not really going to get in and analyze too much of VeChain, but I think you can see what I'm getting at here. Potentially, we need exposure to the right coins that are going to pump right this second, rather than the ones that are going to be going big kind of later on in the market cycle. And you'll know that the ones that will be going bigger in the later part of the cycle will be more likely smaller cap coins, and which of those coins are having their ICOs around this second. And before I tell you the picks that I'm going to be investing in right this second, I want to show you something else. And that is ICOs that I think will be seeing some good growth later on in the bull market. And this is one of them. Now, in order to find a potentially successful ICO, then you have to look at the people who are backing it. D.Fi is backed by CZ of Binance and a number of other monsters of the crypto world, such as Andrew Kang. They're funded by the same company that funded both SpaceX and Tesla. D.Fi already has 3 million users and is hoping to move to around 10 million users in the future. They've saved people from scams worth over $1 billion in the past, and they're already established on 42 different networks and continuing to grow all the time. So why am I excited about it? Well, because they are in currently a pre-sale round, and very soon they will be expecting to have an ICO for the DeFi 2.0 token. I 100% recommend you come and check it out for yourself down below in the link, and you can see, and it's basically a Web3 super app that handles a bunch of different things, whether that be the social profiles, explaining exactly what's going on with different tokens, allowing you to scan smart contracts for each of these different crypto projects you're looking at to see whether or not it's a safe crypto to invest in. It also offers you the ability to go and explore yields, use the scanner, you can use the shield, and so many other things. Why am I excited about this? Well, because I want to invest in projects that are going to be potentially able to onboard millions of people in the next bull market, because it's going to make the whole world of crypto much more appealing and easy to use. And that's why I'm super excited about this. You can see they're already associated with pretty much every major exchange out there, and most notably Binance. So if this gets listed on Binance, in the past we've seen good growth from the likes of Pepe, Jasmine, and other coins whilst they've launched on Binance. Now, if you are interested in potentially participating in ICOs, then understand that there's obviously risks involved, and you obviously need to do your own research to understand whether or not this project is something you're interested in. And if you use that link below, you'll also be supporting the channel if you go and sign up for the pre-sale. Now, there's two different ways you can invest. Either you can invest using the 4-month daily linear vesting, which is 0.29 and gets you a better deal or you could pay 10% more, but that gives you 30% out at token generation event. Now you can see that there's various rounds going on, and as the rounds continue through time, then the price will continue to rise to encourage people to kind of buy in earlier. So if you're interested about learning more about it, then I recommend you do it sooner rather than later. Right, back to the video then. Well guys, if you want to look at what's going on in the whole of crypto right now, then it's really important to see what's been moving and shaking in the last couple of weeks. And whilst a lot of you don't like this platform, I don't really mind, okay? CryptoBubbles.net will allow us to see in the last week which particular projects have been booming the most. And then we can identify maybe what we might be seeing next. Now, actually, I'm not going to be advising that you jump into these projects that have already been booming really hard. The likes of Solana up 37%. Near Protocol's having a really good run as well. Recently, we talked about that. I didn't expect it to do quite as well as this, and we talked about that in a video the other day, but happy to see it doing well. ICP up 15%. Now, why am I reluctant to dive into the likes of Solana? Well, guys, Solana, I do think is going to have a phenomenal bull run, okay? I am extremely bullish. It still remains my top pick and one of my favorite projects, although I did basically cash out of it because it ran into this big area of resistance. Now, people get upset and butthurt about this stuff. Let me tell you, okay, I anticipate that maybe Solana will not be able to break through here in the coming few weeks or so, and maybe sees a 20-30% pullback. If it sees a 20% pullback, I just buy in again with money that I took out. And in the meantime, I anticipate more projects will start to absorb that money from Solana. Because if I'm cashing out money from Solana and putting it in something else, maybe other people are planning on doing the same. And that's what we want to ride the next wave with. Now, as we look at coins like Near Protocol, it's important to note that we have had a break beyond this trend, and you will see this in a lot of coins right now. Now, in Solana, we saw a similar kind of thing, but Near Protocol is basically now starting to work its way back up towards highs that it saw earlier this year, which you can see would be a 93% move to this top resistance point here. If it does something similar to what Solana has been doing recently, then it could potentially be challenging these highs recently around here, 260%, and maybe even up to around $6 if that full-blown bull market pumps really hard. Lots of stuff going on with Near Protocol. It has more transactions on it than any other blockchain out there right now because of new deals and things that are going on in the space. There's loads of people accumulating more wallets. Near Protocol gets a bit of a shove from me. So basically, I'm looking at medium market cap coins right now that looking kind of like they're starting to show a bit of interest. Okay, if you were really bold, then you would have been buying into this green box that we had on the video the other day because that was the last time we pumped from here. But I think you'll agree that you'll be happy enough to miss out maybe on the first 10% of a move to still be in early. Another coin that we basically talked about the other day as well that is seeing a lot of accumulation in wallets, we're seeing a lot of upgrades, has been doing well throughout the bear market, is AVAX. And I'm starting to see again, we're breaking beyond this trend. Guys, you don't have to be a master of charts to be able to use tradingview.com. You can come over for a link down below in the description and get yourself a premium version because there's a Black Friday deal on right now. If you want to use more alerts and stuff like that, then use my link. I also benefit from it and you might be able to contribute to my next coffee, which would obviously be very kind of you. But you can see, guys, you pull out a line, you join the dots, okay? Even as kids, I'm probably sure you were able to do this. And then you see where it breaks down the bottom in a point at which the flat bit meets the point and then it breaks through beyond and then you get this. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Here's another example of maybe where we don't want to be getting into something. This is Injective, which I talked about on a video the other day. And you can see I wrote here a big red box with the word resistance in it, telling myself that I don't want to buy into an area that says there's likely chance of resistance. You can see I've even then drawn the arrows of what I think might happen next. That's why I don't touch coins that are already rallied that much. Now, this is very simple as far as I'm concerned. Now you've done research into your various cryptos, and if you're subscribed, you'll have researched along with me. This is why we then start to spread the net. We start to put money into different cryptos because they're not all going to boom at the same time. So now I've had one boom, I can take money out of it and I can start filling the other bags, okay? I might not have known which was going to boom first. I got lucky, you might argue, but if you have 10 different cryptos rather than one, you have a much better chance of getting lucky. I think you'll understand what I'm getting at. Look at this, Cosmos Atom, loads of development going on in the space right now. A really booming ecosystem, something where we're seeing more people accumulate it. We can see we've broken the downtrend. We can start to see what's going on here. If that total market cap minus Bitcoin starts to explode, you could see Atom returning to levels it saw earlier on this year. And then for that, you would be looking at around 100% returns. You double your money. Easy, right? And you just keep doing it, keep doing it. and then eventually you're going to end up with a big old bag of coins of USDT, and then you can ride it into some other coins. What else we got? Render, not actually looking so good compared with those other ones in that we have had already aggressive rallies. And you can see I put a red box log here because last time we arrived into here, we got sold off pretty hard. Now, will it happen again? I don't know. You can see that last time it dropped around 55% last time it hit this red box. So even though I've been investing in it through the year, I'm more inclined to take profits now than I am to be buying into it again. What else we got? Well, Veracity has been having a bit of a strong run recently and is again running into an area of resistance. I do think that these projects do have great upside in the future. I'm just getting it, maybe making a bit of money in the next few months, rather than trying to kind of call which ones are going to do 20x's and 30x's later on in the year. This is a slightly different tactic, perhaps, from what you've seen from other people out there. But we are basically trying to make the most money that we can see in this next sort of short space of time bull run. If you want to know more, guys, then I will be continuously updating the shorts and videos each day so that we can not miss out. And over the course of the next few weeks, I'm basically going to hold your hand through this and tell you exactly what I'm doing. Obviously not telling you to do it, because that would be financial advice, which this is not. Hit the like button, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.